right, so thank you so much for joining us today, Mary.
Thanks for having me.
So today we're going to go over Kings Ridge in Clermont. Excited to talk about this community. First thing we'll do is we'll take a look at a map and see where it's located. So a lot of people, they always kind of want to know, where are the closest hospitals, how easy is it to access shopping, and then maybe, broader vicinity in terms of how easy it is to access the airport, Disney, things like that. Do you want to kind of give us an overview, Mary?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll say Kings Ridge is a fantastic, where it's located is really ideal because you get access from Highway 27, and then you have 3 other entrances that are for the homeowners. You have 2 on Hancock, which Hancock takes you northbound. You can go to Clermont where it's literally 5 minutes from the hospital, the shopping, downtown Clermont, the historic area, Lake Mineola. But they just built actually a new on and off ramp, southbound and northbound turnpike off of the Hancock exit. So now you're even have closer access to get to Orlando, to the airports, to the parks, to Tampa. And also, you can also take 27 and go southbound and then go to I-4 Davenport, or you can go northbound on 27 and head up to Leesburg. But so you have a lot of great access points where Kings Ridge is currently located.
Awesome. Yeah, the Hancock Road is really convenient to have that back there.
It is, because you also have, if you want to go to Winter Garden, which is another fantastic city where I live, you can take the Heartwood Marsh exit and take Heartwood Marsh, head eastbound, and you're now in Winter Garden. And you go to Winter Garden, Windermere, or you can even go on the back side of the Disney parks through Winter Garden as well.
Cool. And then I know Kings Ridge, the closest shopping is the Publix right there, right? If you want to zoom way in.
Well, it's fantastic. You can take the south entrance exit, and there actually is a sidewalk or designated golf cart path that you can get into the back entrance of the public shopping center, and they actually have designated parking spots in the shopping center in front of Publix. And in Publix, they have also a liquor store, San Jose's Mexican restaurant. They have a Subway, I think a hair cuttery,
Twisty Treat.
A couple nice conveniences.
Right?
Oh,
Twisty Treat.
Twisty Treat.
Okay, don't forget about Twisty Treat.
You got to go a little bit further, but there is a sidewalk that you can get to Twisty Treat. Or you can jump over somebody's fence, because it does butt up to Kings Ridge. So you can just go through someone's fence and go to Twisty Treat.
That
That's
would be
awesome.
J. Michael.
Don't do that.
Well, shoot, if that house went up for sale, I might have to buy that. So
It's right there, though. Yeah,
put a hole in the fence and crawl through. But yeah,
you also have the CVS and the Walgreens. It doesn't really have a designated golf cart pathway, but it is right there across the street as well.
Cool.
And you mentioned hospitals, J. Michael. So, Hancock or 27 takes you right down there, and South Lake Hospital has all sorts of new, a cancer
All
center.
the specialists, the cancer, the women's center, cardiovascular, dermatology. It honestly is, you have everything you need here. Most people, a few years ago, you'd have to go to Orlando to all the specialists, but they do have some top-notch doctors in the Clermont area, and really everything, optometry, everything you really need.
Cool.
And of course, the National Training Center is right there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's a cool spot.
Now, you guys were mentioning a new Olympus Center. What's that?
The Olympus development. Where is that's going to be south of Kings Ridge on 27.
Just south, right?
That's just south of Kings Ridge, right around maybe not even 10 minutes. It's probably 5-7 minutes right there in the Lake Louisa area. I think that property actually across from the Lake Louisa the state park.
Yeah. Well, and the way that Hamilton is developing in Winter Garden, and I mean it is a prime area in terms of what you're gonna have access to. What you already have access to.
Well, yeah, you can definitely take, like I said, Heartwood Marsh. You can take Heartwood Marsh, take it east, and you can get right there, get on Avalon Road, and get onto New Independence, and then you're there in the New Hamlin area, which has more shopping, the awesome Sinopolis movie theater, which I love, the luxury movie theater there, and tons of up and coming restaurants. I know Ford's Garage is coming up, the great Turkish restaurant, Bosphorus, the Publix. Walmart. I mean, it's a great location over there. And of course, you're only another 10 minutes. You're at Disney.
Yeah, I'm sold. Maybe one of the better locations in Clermont.
It really is. It's a great location, and it's probably one of the more popular communities. But it's been around for a while too. I mean, it's been there since 1995.
Wow. What a perfect segue into some community information.
Yeah.
So they started in 95, and they were built out in 2005. There are 2,088 homes in Kings Ridge. Kings Ridge is kind of unique because they have 15 separate neighborhoods, and each neighborhood has their own property management company. There are about 5 or 6 that manage each of the communities. But you have your own board of directors. There's really more control when you have individual management companies per community.
Cool. So
I just learned something. I had no idea. I didn't know each neighborhood had a different property management company.
There are
I
about
thought the
5
master.
Yep, the master is Leland, and Leland still manages a few of the communities, but there's a couple other ones. I think there's about 5. But they all manage. They have 2 HOA fees. You've got the master, and then you've got the sub, and each of them combined equal out to anywhere from $355. I think the highest is about $385 is the highest HOA fee in there.
And
but
what
there are 2 separate fees.
What does that cover?
I'll say Kings Ridge, you do get a lot of bang for your buck. So along with the lawn and shrub maintenance, which also includes mulching, I believe twice a year, but I know at least once. The lawn irrigation, which you don't even have a lawn irrigation box in your home. It's completely controlled by the HOA. The basic cable and internet and landline. And I said landline to someone the other day, and they laughed at me. I'm like, they still have landlines, but they do have landlines still. And the exterior painting every 5 to 6 years. And of course, all the amenities. You have the master clubhouse, which has the main pool, which is all age for everyone. And then you've got the North Spa, where you can pick up the executive course, because there are 2 golf courses running through Kings Ridge. And up in the North Spa, you've got the 2 adult-only pools, which is only for 18 and over. One's a lap pool, and the other one's kind of a lounging pool. And then they have another fitness center there, and then the his and hers bathroom that have the sauna and the steam room.
They have a hot tub and a cold tub in there, don't they?
Oh, thank you, Nikki. Yes, and inside that North Spa, they do have a hot tub, and you walk about 5 feet, and you've got the cold plunge, which is supposed to be very therapeutic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw that the other day. That's pretty cool. Well, we'll definitely get into amenities more. What in terms of homes? What's the variety and size of homes, and then also what sort of price range do you have there?
Well, they have quite a few different series. Their smallest series is the Villa series, which are 2 floor plans. And I think the 2 models, I think one's 1,100 square feet and the other one's about 1,200 square feet. They're 2 with the lanai. A lot of people have enclosed lanai to get the den, but they are the smaller. They are single family homes, but those are the only homes in Kings Ridge that do have a fence, because fencing is not allowed in Kings Ridge, but the Villa series does have a fencing back area. So then you have homes all the way up to the larger series, which I think the largest home in there is about 2,500 square feet. Most of those larger homes do have a 3-car garage or a 2-car garage with a golf cart bay. But most homes, their average, at least the most popular square footage in there is 1,600 to about 1,800 square feet. And most of those homes are 2-bedroom and 2-bath, plus a den.
Okay, cool.
And the price range, I'm sorry. And the price range is averaging about 250 and almost 260, all the way up to the larger ones pushing the high 300s. I haven't seen anything of 400, but definitely the high 300s.
Okay.
Are they all block and stucco? I don't think there's any frame and siding, so it's all block and stucco, even the villas?
You're correct. They're all block and stucco, no wood framing in there. And Lennar was the builder in there.
Cool. Okay. That's I mean, you kind of know that's not that big of a spread. Where some of these communities, it's like you can get anything from, low 200s all the way up to 800,000. It's like.
Yeah, it's just because Lennar was more of a production builder, and they had certain sizes, and they stuck to them. There wasn't any like Pringle that allowed custom changes that some people added an extra floor, but.
You're right. They're the everything included builder.
Yes.
Right.
The one thing and we'll see it when we fly through it, that's the drone, right? But I love the hills in Kings Ridge, more so than probably any of the communities, has got a lot of topography changes. And then all the it's like Georgia almost, all the pines as well as the palms mixed along that golf course.
That's why a lot of people that do come from, say, Pennsylvania or upstate New York, when they enter Kings Ridge, they're like, I just never even thought they had something like this in Clermont because of the mature oak trees. And it's a beautiful community, very green and lush, because they do have the 2 golf courses running through there, which it's very well maintained golf courses. So you enter the gates and it kind of brings you back to, like I said, upstate New York or Pennsylvania or wherever, if you're a very hilly area. But it is a lot of pits and valleys. It's a great place to walk. Very challenging.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and I mean, if you're into golf too, that elevation change is fun and challenging. So.
Well, and they've got a manned gate.
Well, let's start checking out some footage, maybe.
Yes, there we go.
Yep. So that's the main front entrance.
And it's the man gate.
And they do have a couple of other gates for residents because they can come in and go out, but that main gate is for guests and people.
It's for guests only, yes, and it is manned up there. And the other 3 are the 2 that are on the east side of the property, and then they do have the one that's the southbound and you can get access into the public shopping center.
Are we looking at,
cart.
Is that Lake Louisa over there? Is that direction we're looking west? Or are we looking north at, which lake is that, boys?
I think,
Not sure.
isn't that Minnehaha?
Might be Minnehaha, so that's sort of northwest we're looking. Yeah, you're probably right. It's probably
Northwest.
Minnehaha. Isn't that beautiful?
That is beautiful. That is really pretty. That's a great shot.
Yeah, great drone piloting is what that was.
Yeah, way to go, Justin.
Very nice. It really is. It's a beautiful. And I'll say the HOA there. I mean, they're very, very strong. Every time I'm in there, they are just, maintaining the streets, cutting back the trees. Trees. That's something that the HOA doesn't take care of. But if the trees encroach on the street, the master association, they do come back and trim it. But they're constantly maintaining their property.
Yeah, this is one thing, Mary, I'm sure you tell your customers, because you've been doing this for a good, 10 years now? These communities look the same. So when you buy in these communities, you're going to be able to see exactly how beautiful it's going to look 15 years from now because they maintain it.
they just take a lot of pride. But in all the active adult communities, I think they really take great pride in their properties. You know, they've worked hard to enjoy this, you know, retirement, or some are still working, but everyone seems very, very happy. So, you know, you take care of your property, it shows.
Yeah, and then these guys just revamped, and I'm sure they've got footage inside the amenities, but they just gave it a facelift, didn't they, just a year or two ago?
Yeah, so they finished the main clubhouse. I think the only thing remaining to have a facelift is the ballroom, but everything else. And they also added, about 4 years ago, they added to the right of the clubhouse, they added a new area with a beautiful, beautiful library and billiards room, and a multi-purpose room where they do, you know, all the cards and puzzles, or during football season, they, you know, put them individual rooms and whatever football game is playing. But yeah, the last step of the revamp is going to be the ballroom. Yeah, they have a wonderful, and that, yeah, then of course they have the main meeting room.
Yeah, that's a
And the
nice
break room.
conference room. They do some classes and stuff in there sometimes.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, but their library is fantastic. Yeah, they did a
On her
really, really
phone.
nice job.
So this is the second clubhouse?
So that's the second clubhouse, called the North Spa, and that's where you pick up the executive course. But inside there, you have your smaller fitness center. There's the hot tub and cold plunge. But it's great because it's such a big community. It's nice that you don't have to, you know, depending where you live, that you can just hop on up there. But their lap pool is beautiful. During the colder months, the lap pool is heated.
Just
But anyone over 18 and older, they can go up there, which is nice. I mean, you know, because they are so child friendly, but it's kind of nice if you don't want to be in the main pool with all the kids, you know, splashing around. You can just at least go up to the North Spa and just have, you know, read a book, relax.
have your fun noodle and read a book, not worry about somebody doing a cannonball.
Exactly. And also the North Spa, they have a lot of covered areas with grills that a lot of the different communities go up there during any holiday, Memorial Day, Labor Day, and they have parties. They grill out. So it's a really nice, very, very nice amenities up there.
Cool, and it's got a really cool view. It's kind of elevated, and you like overlooking water.
I love it because, yeah, you can, like I said, I see a lot of people just kind of relaxing, reading a book, because you have views of Lake Feltler, I believe, and that's a spring-fed lake. So you're kind of tree-topped up there. So and you have nice breezes up there as well. So it really is. You have kind of views of 27, but overall you do have the view of the lake. It's very nice.
Well, I know they've got that, and we could have looked at it on the map, but unnecessary. Right outside the gates, across 27, up on the hill, is the Clermont Art and Rec Center, and they have
Yeah.
indoor pickleball there, but they do a lot of shows, and they have the Black Box Theater where they have comedy and stuff like that. So that's a cool venue.
A lot of entertainment.
Right
Yeah,
outside your
exactly.
gates, right across the road.
It's just very convenient. I mean, yeah, you take a right up the front gate, or you can go Hancock, but everything is there. All the shopping. They have also a great movie theater as well too. But they have all the main chain restaurants. They also have the mom and pop restaurants. Of course, you have historic Clermont with the breweries, the restaurants that have opened up there, and just going downtown, you know, and just walking Lake Mineola. It's a great location.
Yeah, and you got that coast-to-coast trail there downtown, you know, that cuts through Clermont. So it's a
Which
really
is a great venue.
yeah, and you know, it's a 55-plus community and a very young, up-and-coming Clermont, which is cool.
Yeah, I feel like it's a very healthy community. You know, just going downtown historic Clermont. When I drive down there, everyone's biking, they're walking, rollerblading. It seems like everyone's very active. It's nice to see that.
Yep, agreed. Very nice.
Beautiful.
FAQs?
Yeah, so you kind of touched on the one that I typically ask, because everyone always wants to know this. can you put a fence in your backyard?
No, unfortunately, that's not allowed. And it seems to be kind of a common thread with most active adult communities. It seems, especially the ones that have the lawn and shrub maintenance included. I'm thinking it's because they just don't want to obstruct the mowers to go back and forth, just go from property to property. But the villas do have a concrete wall in the back area, so that is the only product in their homes that are fenced in. But
Gotcha.
having said that, so those, you are responsible for the lawn and shrub maintenance in the backyard. They only do the front.
Okay.
Gotcha. That's good to know too.
When we've had a few people mention too that you can always do the invisible fence, if that's the route you want to go.
And that is not allowed there.
Oh, okay.
That's good to know.
No, it is good to know. Yeah.
So each HOA has their unique rules, and that's one of the reasons why we get people involved with our expert agents like you, Mary's, because we all know the ins and outs of those particular communities. Natural gas. I don't think there's gas in Kings Ridge. Is that right?
That is correct. It's electric, no gas.
Yeah.
Any questions you get frequently when you're showing people Kings Ridge?
I do get a lot more often, actually, about the fencing, what's included in the HOA. I've been getting also lately about if they have like a period during the day that young kids can't go swimming because, you have the grandkids that visit, and that's important to some people that the kids are allowed to go and use the pool. But I think the biggest question that I do get is about fencing because, I have a lot of dogs.
Yep, fur babies.
Pet friendly people.
Yeah, it's a common question, and then it is. I would say the majority of communities don't allow fencing.
Well, what's interesting, it does seem to me that most of the 55 plus age group with their dogs, they're inside dogs anyway. Pretty much, they're little guys. They don't have these big German shepherds that are running.
I think it's more. If you want to let them out in the middle of the night to go pee, you don't have to put the leash on. You just
Exactly, and that's it. To go out and they're they don't run away. But another question I do get, it's crazy. The past few years is how close is it to Disney? That's a big question I get. A lot of Disney fans.
And so how far?
Or all these neighborhoods.
How far or how long? I think we did touch on this, but how long does it take to get to Disney property?
Oh, goodness, you can take a few different ways, but if you take Heartwood Marsh to 429, it's 25 minutes. If you take 27 to Winding 2 and then head east, that could be 35 minutes. But it's under 30 minutes for sure.
Cool.
Or you can take the Turnpike. Like I said, it's got the new exit off Hancock. You can take that. But Heartwood Marsh is probably the best way, where Kings Ridge is located right there off Hancock and Heartwood Marsh. That's probably the best way to go towards Winter Garden and then hop on the 429.
Cool.
very nice.
I think we crushed it.
Oh, did we say how many homes were in Kings Ridge? Total homes, 2,800, I think.
Total homes, 2,088.
2,088. I always get that 8 too close to the 2. 2,088.
2,088.
This is why you're going to want to work with Mary if you're interested in Kings Ridge.
I'll remember eventually and tell you.
Awesome. Well, hey, if you guys want to are interested in homes in Kings Ridge, you can always reach out. Hello at explore55plus.com, or you can visit our website explore55plus.com. Get connected with someone that specializes in 55 plus communities.
Like Mary.
Thanks,
Thanks, Mary.
Thanks, you guys, for having me. You guys are awesome.
Have a great day. Bye.
You too.
Killed it.
Yeah. Yeah.